Hi guys and welcome to the Two of Us show. My name's Grant.
And I'm Rosie.
Some of us know us as the Positive Two. We've just done our first ever podcast on the couch. And we've just went in depth about our life, sadness, happiness. There's a few laughs in there. We haven't told you everything.
Also a few tears.
Yeah, a few tears. So before we start, we're just going to read out today's sponsors for this episode.
King Aesthetics Training Academy. These are partners in business and partners in real life. The names are Tyler Jay Brodie Leigh. They're proudly recognised as finalists in the UK Hair and Beauty Awards 2025. They're also regulated worldwide and recognised educators specialising in beauty, aesthetics, SPMU and cosmetic tattooing and piercing treatments and training. Their expertise include advanced aesthetic treatment, lips, skin, boosters, PTO threads, fat dissolving and more. They're also fully accredited training academy, CPD and internationally recognised course. Signature techniques developed are by Tyler. Comprehensive education pathways from beginner to advanced across beauty, aesthetics and SPMU disciplines. A professional supportive environment designed to empower students and deliver client excellence, and also offer over 50 fully accredited training courses. So at King Aesthetics, they're committed to raising standards worldwide and delivering training that is trusted, accredited and industry recognised. Their vision is to ensure every client receives safe, high-quality treatment and every student leaves confidence, skills and qualifications to succeed.
King's Aesthetics is on 7 Warrington Road, Ashton and Makerfield, just off the East Lancs. Their journey is proof that passion, education and innovation changes lives.
Thank you guys for sponsoring this episode.
Thank you so much. Hi guys.
Hi guys.
Welcome to our first podcast. We're going to start from the beginning, I think, aren't we?
Yeah, before you start, how are you feeling?
Strange.
Same. Nervous?
Excited. Yeah.
Happy?
Excited, yeah.
So, where do you want to start?
Well, let's start at the beginning, eh?
Yeah.
Or do you want me to go straight in for the kill?
Go on.
How'd you feel when your mum passed away?
I was on autopilot at first. Sorting the funeral, the death certificate and stuff like that. Being the youngest as well, it was really hard. Because my dad hasn't got a clue about funerals and he just lost his wife, do you know what I mean? I know it was our mum, but he just lost his wife. They've been together since they were 17. So I was looking at it more like that, do you know what I mean? So I was just on autopilot, sorting the funeral out, the party, the death certificate, meeting people like when they was coming to my mum's house. So I didn't really feel nothing until I was coming upstairs to you overnight time because you give me comfort blanket. So I was sort of like crying then, but I don't think I felt pain until that day and I felt the spirit around us with you.
Yeah.
And that was like the 4th day after she passed away, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think I was just on like jokey terms and because you don't know what to do when someone passes away, especially when it's your own, do you know what I mean? Your best mate.
See, I don't think it hit you then.
It didn't hit me, but like, it was like, oh.
When do you think it hit you?
I don't think it hit me till we moved out. Till we moved to our house.
Is that when it hit you?
Yeah, I think that's when I fucking went. We can swear on this, can't we? I don't think, and then I went, oh my God.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because then we had Liverpool Stadium outside and they were singing You'll Never Walk Alone. I know it wasn't that, but it's been my mum's family funeral song for years and years, do you know what I mean? So growing up listening to it and that, and then at my mum's funeral, obviously you was there, everyone got gathered around in a circle, even though that I am an Evertonian, up the top fees and all that, but do you know what I mean?
That's getting edited out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was mad because you were still working as well, wasn't you?
Yeah.
So you were going to work and then coming home,
Yeah.
sorting the funeral out, and then going back to sorting me out, going back to work. I couldn't face anyone, only because I couldn't face anyone because of the amount of deaths, how many happened at once. Because when my nan passed away, and then 6 months later, my ma.
6 weeks it was.
Oh, 6 weeks was it? It wasn't 6 weeks,
it was.
was it?
Yeah.
Was it?
May to the end of July.
Oh my God, it was, yeah. Wow. It was yours 6 months after me mum,
Yeah.
ain't it? That's why I'm getting mixed up. So when my nan passed away, and it was like, what? I ended up in that hostel, didn't I?
Yeah.
No, I never till my ma passed.
That was when your mum passed
Yeah,
away.
so when my nan passed away, I was just like, oh my God. I couldn't believe it. And when my mum passed away, it didn't hit me at all.
I don't think I think you've only just started grieving.
Over my ma?
Yeah. But, you know, so how did it make you feel? Not when your mum passed away, because obviously, like, the people don't understand the story. Your nan was like your mum, even though your mum was a big part of your life. Your nana was the main one, wasn't she?
Yeah, well, that's going back from, like, when being a kid.
Yeah.
Because when I was a kid, I was always in my nan's, stayed in my nan's, lived in my nan's.
Yeah.
And then I don't know what happened. Something happened where I wanted to go and move back in with my mum and dad.
Can you not pinpoint out though?
No, I don't know what it was. And I did never want to stay again. But I remember being in St. Michael's. That's when it was. My mum, I think she got a house in Bowler Street. And I think that's where I remember just staying in my nan's all the time. I don't know whether they were homeless or staying in my nan and Margaret or staying, you know, here, there and everywhere. And that's why I was in my nan's.
Yeah.
But I remember when they got a house in Bowler Street, and that was our family house up for like 10 years or something. But in that time, I remember not wanting to go back to my nan's or stay in my nan's a lot. And then Beth did. I think it was our Beth did, yeah. So she wanted to stay in my nan's, but I don't know what it was. I don't know whether I felt like, because I'm in home then.
Yeah.
And
maybe so. Well, Beth had a difficult relationship with your mum anyway. Growing up, she was always like, obviously they just clashed because they was the same person. So I think that's might be why you've wanted to go home. And Beth,
I think sort of my mum might have wanted to live her childhood through Beth.
Yeah.
Because she couldn't do it. I don't know what happened. There was just a thing with them two. I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
It was just like she did get kicked off on her. But my ma was lovely, you know. She was a good woman.
I know she was.
It was a good woman. I just remember, this one time I was in bed. And I remembered over me. I think me nan done me an egg on toast but left a shell in it. So I think this is where I think my first anxiety attack came. That age, it must have been about 11.
Must have been over
10.
food.
Right, it's been over food, yeah. So, as I remember when she's cracked the egg, obviously the shell's gone in it.
Yeah, yeah.
So then when it went in there, I remember that night, or in my head, calling me nan for not fucking because I never swore then.
Yeah.
I didn't swear all the time, you know.
Yeah.
I was only a little bit. But I remember saying something about it. And I felt dead guilty. But it was minor. So it wasn't major. I never kicked off in the house or nothing. Nothing like that. I just said something in my head. And then that night when I went home, I couldn't sleep and I was replaying it over and over going, why did you say that?
So do you think that's when, sorry to interrupt, do you think that's when your overstimulated brain came then?
No. My I've always felt different.
Yeah.
From when I was young.
Okay.
Because if my dad had shouted at the kids, nothing would get said by my mum.
Yeah.
But if he shouted at me, something would get said to him. So I used to play. I could play.
Yeah.
Like, mummy, dad just said this to me, and all that. My mum was young.
What mum says I can't get wet.
You know what I mean?
One of them kids.
Yeah, I think that affected my relationship with dad, though.
Yeah.
Because I think he knew me, but we never actually I don't know, we never bonded the way I think we should have. Later in life we did. Before he passed away, it must have been about 4 or 5 years before then. Because I remember going to primary school and then getting told, this is your name.
Yeah.
Right? I've always had that name. It was family name. Everyone had it in the family.
Yeah.
My mum had it, but my brothers and sisters never.
Okay.
Right? So, my brothers and sisters never. So, when I've been like, it didn't bother me though. I never thought of nothing that had come of that.
Yeah.
But because my mum had me first, I thought that's why she done it, because of the dole or something.
Yeah. Well,
because that's the way we were brought up, and that thing like, shush,
well,
I'm on the phone to the dole.
Yeah, well, little fun fact, my dad's not actually on my birth certificate because of them reasons.
No, I think it's the reason.
I know. As my sister
I think he's probably said, no, that's not mine. Look at the eye on it.
As my sister used to say, the milkman's my fucking real dad, do you know what I mean? But
no, it was then.
That's the way it was back in the day, wasn't it?
Yeah, but that's what I thought it was. And then when it was, I remember going to this, it's a place called Brown Terrace in Liverpool.
Yeah.
And I went in there and I signed the document.
Yeah.
And I said to my mum, what if I just went to your birth certificate? But I remember signing something.
So you was old enough to understand that you were signing something, but you wasn't.
What am I signing?
Didn't know what you were signing.
Why am I signing something? Because I always thought, like, checkbooks and stuff were your signature. Anyway, they said it was because they were getting married. So when they got married, my name changed into my dad's name. So I questioned that, because only because going from primary school, the 6 weeks holiday there, my name changed. So when I'm going to secondary school, I thought I didn't want all the questions and go, why is your name changed? Like, but it never happened. That why is your name changed? I just said my mum and dad got married. Because that's what I thought it was. Later in life, I knew why. But I always felt different. And I remember during them 6 weeks, me name changing, I ripped my birth certificate up, on my passport it was. Not my birth certificate.
Yeah.
I ripped my birth certificate up and sat on the stairs, cried my eyes out. And my mum was just questioning, but not like trying to settle me down.
Yeah.
She was going, have you been told something, lad? And she blamed me, Nan. She went, did your nan told you something? I said, no, she had me, Nan hasn't said anything at all.
Yeah.
But that's just the way it was in our family. Like, they're always deceiving somewhere.
Yeah.
To survive and live. But when you went out the door, you never thought of it. It was when you come back in. That's when my mental health, from that birth certificate, me crying. I remember crying so like hard.
So was it like your heart was crying?
Yeah, like my heart was crying. And like, from that point, my mental health was gone.
Yeah.
I didn't know this until I went to the therapy and all that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was from that point. I had an anxiety attack over me nan previously, before that.
Yeah.
Over the eggs, you know what I mean? So I don't know where that come into it. But
I don't know if you mind me saying this, but when I first got with you, I think it was like 2 months into it, I was just sitting there looking at you, and I went, you know what, I can't half see a lost little boy in your eyes, it was. Do you know what I mean? So you could tell it, like, and I said to you, I think you've got BPD.
BPD, yeah.
Yeah, because I was working with people previous with that.
Yeah.
So when I was looking at you, I was like, there's something missing in his childhood, or something's happened. Like, to stem it through that, because you could see him. You're still playful and stuff like that. So, I think it's...
But when we met, you were like, you and your dad and your mum and all that, from my point of view, and in the beginning, I thought you were like, fucking all got on. You're great together. Boss family then, mate, you know what I mean? I went, wow. Do you know what I mean?
Well, you're a boss family, though. Like, growing up, right? I had a boss upbringing. I didn't have a silver spoon in my mouth. Do you know what I mean? But they were strict. Do you know what I mean? My mum and dad were strict, but my mum was like, with me, a little bit of leeway. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, your dad's still strict now.
Yeah, I know.
Your parents are
I know. I shake to phone him. Okay, I'm asleep, you know.
Right. I'm scared to look at him.
But, no, so as I was growing up in that, right, I was always mobbing my mum, because my dad was a provider grant. He was always out working. I didn't see...
Still is, isn't he?
Yeah, he still is, do you know what I mean? And I think he's like 65, 60... I don't want to hurt him in case he watches it. I think he's 64, shall I say. No, but so he went out at like, I think it was like 6 o'clock in the morning before I was even up for school, Grant. And then by the time he was home, I was either out with my mates or just like eating my tea, and then I was doing my own thing then, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or playing with my dolls and stuff like that. I remember asking him to do math homework with me once, and my mum was dyslexic, do you know what I mean? So I never asked my mum, do you know what I mean? Because my mum was like me, didn't have a clue. She wasn't the sharpest in the box, but she was in the same sense. So I remember asking my dad to do homework with me, you know, and he was like, I'm too tired, but I'll help you from the couch. So I was asking him questions and that, and like he was like sort of like, and then I went, you know what, Dad, you're too tired, I'll do it tomorrow. He went, no, it's your own work. So I passed anyway on this homework. So that was the most thingy feeling I had. Like sort of proud that he's my dad.
Yeah, like he's helped you.
Yeah.
You've done it together.
Yeah, because I always looked up at my dad. He's strong. He's, in my eyes, he was always smart.
He's old
Do you know what I mean?
Rose, isn't he?
No, he's old fashioned, right? So, but the love was always there, but it was showed wrong to me. Not by my mum, by my dad, but this was his way of only knowing how to show it by giving me gifts. So every weekend, when he was off work, I didn't see him because that was my mum and his time to go to town and stuff, because I was like a little bit older at this point now. I got left with Danielle, down to my older sister, obviously. I got left with her, so I had to go out with her and all that. She actually resented me for that. I'll talk about her in a minute. But so he showed me love by buying me gifts. But as I got older, I realised I didn't want that. Do you know what I mean? And I only realised that because at the age of 15, I found out my mum was a bad gambler, and the gifts stopped. So I thought the love had stopped. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So you're being thrown love by materialistic things.
Yeah, because that's the only way my dad knew how to show it. So I always thought at that age, it was like when I asked for something or every weekend I wasn't getting it. Not silver spoon type, but my dad would go, no, you'd have to wait. I'd still get it, but in like a course of time. Do you know what I mean? Because he'd have to work his ass off, because in the background, little do I know, he's paying off debts that my mum had and what she gambled away and to put food on the table. Do you know what I mean? I didn't understand that until now. So, growing up, I think I had like less morals in myself. Not less morals, but less love in myself. Do you know what I mean? Because the
self-love, innit?
Yeah, self-love. So, I think I had less that because the love that I wanted was always off my dad. Because for a little girl, the dad's always the hero, first love sort of thing.
So when did you start self-loving yourself?
Last year.
Is that how late do you think it was in life?
Yeah, 100%. I'm getting a bit emotional. But yeah, 100%, because when I met you, I realised how I should be loved, and I found self-worth in myself. Obviously, I've got a tear in my eye and I was big, and you made me love that about myself throughout the years. So I was gaining self-love throughout the years, but in the same time, I was on the ale all the time.
Yeah, I remember.
Do you know what I mean?
remember we were having a drink. Your mate was there, my mate was there. And I remember coming upstairs and he said something about like your eye. He said it's lice though, your eye's lovely. And I was upstairs, I took the knock.
Yeah.
And then I remember you coming up and saying he just mentioned my eye. I said, well, what do you want me to do? Go down and hit some more?
Yeah.
Or I said, but if he said a nice thing about it,
what can you do?
What are you asked about?
Because I've never had a compliment over my eye until you did. So I was getting reassurance off you, like, someone's just complimenting my eye and I don't know where to take it. Because if you get complimented by your eyes and you've always been bullied, shall I say, about your eye, you don't know how to take it. You don't know if they're being funny or they're being serious. Do you know what I mean? So it was like that time when like you kept touching my face and stuff and like that, and I kept pushing your hands away. I've got polycystic ovaries. Like I get hair growth and stuff like that, and my body's different to like normal girls. And one night you went, Rosie, it doesn't matter about your flaws, you know. Like, it is what it is. Like, I love you no matter what. So I started coming at ease with my whole body. But last year was the point. I confronted me dad. Not confronted him sort of thing. And I was like, I just want to know why you didn't love me. He went, Rosie, I've always loved you. You'll always be my baby girl. And he kicked off, but he's got every right to because... But he's not kicking off because of that. He's hating himself of me asking that. Because he's all like, you're a parent yourself. You always want to do right by your children.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I want to give them what I haven't had and stuff like that.
Yeah. And that's what all my dad's done to us as well. Because he, as a child, he went from having a loving family with my granddad and my nan to at the age of 7, he had to be the man of the house. Because my granddad went on and moved with another woman and had children with her and stuff. So my dad had to raise his brother and sisters while my nan was in work. And then not also that, he was being the older brother, but the dad, but also like a boyfriend to my nan because he was going to pick her up from work and protecting her then as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So while my nan's out providing, my dad's out like shouting at the kids like me and his brother and sister.
The first time with your half fella, I didn't know what he was like.
Yeah.
I was oblivious. You didn't even warn me to say what he's like. I mean, you went to Pontins.
No, it wasn't. Oh, yeah, yeah.
We went to Pontins, didn't we?
Yeah.
And I think it was when Liverpool won the Champions League again.
In 2019 it was.
Was it? Oh. And it was, yeah, must have been.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably around that. Yeah, 2019.
Yeah.
So... I remember getting in the... Because he was on the taxis then, weren't he?
Yeah, he was.
And he had the 2 Delta signs at the side of the car, didn't
he?
I didn't think no. I'm in the back with you, weren't I?
Yeah.
And I think he said, you want to drop off and go somewhere for something to eat? Then he like picked something up, like a Mackey's or something.
Yeah.
And I said, nah, I'm all right. And you said, Dad, I'm all right. And he said, well, I am.
Yeah.
Didn't we stop off?
I think we went through the drive-thru.
Through the drive-thru?
Yeah, I think so.
And then we went to Pontins, Southport, and outside.
The fella
but before that, something happened in the taxi. And you went, well, all right, Dad.
No, it wasn't.
He did. He said, I'm still working here, mate, or something.
Yeah, no, that was outside. So, like, the fella told us we couldn't go through because of the Delta sign.
But he'd been talking all that way.
No. But
sound.
Yeah.
And then he just went, boom.
Yeah, that's right. Because that fella's pissed him off. Because he's got his work things on, and we've been talking in the back, and you've said something about the sign.
Because he's not allowed to tell the signs or taxis going.
And he went, but I'm still working here, mate. Do you know what? Yeah. And I went, hey, Dad, I'd birds with him.
You had the money, because we said we'd give you 20 quid for petrol. Yeah. You had the money, you fucked off into Pontins. I'm standing there with the bags in your hands. He's like that, shutting, slamming his boots, slamming the car doors, and just drove off, and I went, what about his 20 quid? So I went, fuck it, I'm not even going to mention it. Just let Rosie deal with him. I'm not fucking talking. If I say you've over 20 pounds, he say, come up your arm. And that was the first time I met him.
It wasn't.
It was.
The first time you met him was when you was working in Jag, and you got stuck for a lift that night.
Oh, yeah.
And I said, I'm
but that's the first time I met him. Himself, like the first time he showed you, like relaxed and showed you.
Yeah.
Other times he talked the leg off me, chatting all kinds of stuff, and we'd have a laugh. We'd joke at each other, talk, and then the next minute, boom.
He can be very abrupt, Dad, and he knows that himself.
Yeah.
It's like people look at it and think it's narcissistic traits. Do you know what I mean? Sort of like that. But his motto is tell the truth. And
say it straight,
it straight, tell the truth.
But there's a way to say it, innit?
Yeah, there is, but nothing can come back to him.
Yeah.
That's the way he thinks in his head, do you know what I mean? But it doesn't stop me from ever loving him. Or knowing that the love's there.
I like him more. I'll always like him because of what he's helped us out in the previous. He's a brilliant person. When I was having a bevy with him, when your mum passed away, he was, we had a ball. But when we were drinking, I think he loosens up.
He always
he
has. You see a
relaxes,
different
doesn't
bit
he? Like,
because he hasn't got the work head on him, and he hasn't
yeah,
got like he doesn't have to look after us sort of
yeah.
thing.
I remember
When he's having a drink, he knows we're all right. He can fend for himself, sort of thing. So that's why he lets himself loose.
I remember we were living there in your mum and dad's, and I said to your ma once, I said, I wish I was like Alan, you know. And she went, well, you can be, lad.
Yeah.
That's what your mum said. I said, no, just like the focus he's got.
Yeah.
And no matter what, he doesn't deter from that.
Yeah.
That line where I'm easily like pulled away from my life path, where I'll just go out and if something happens, I go, I'm going to have a bevy.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Once he's got something in his head, he'll do
it. Yeah,
you know
but that's
I mean?
brilliant though.
And then reward himself
It's
after.
like, I remember him, he worked in Hermes, I think. Up in Kirby.
Yeah.
And I've done 2 shifts in there. I lasted 2 shifts. I got off halfway through the other shift because I was getting bullied there and everywhere. So I couldn't get into it. I was always going to go, you're getting moved now. But there's one thing I've always wanted to ask you. What was it like growing up with an older mum and dad?
Honest to God, I'm not being... People are going to think I'm morbid here, right? My dad was always my mum's toy boy. That's the way it was in our house. Because my mum, like, loved Shane Ward, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
She'd go, I've got my toy boy yet. Me and my dad, they were only a year apart from each other.
Yeah.
My mum was older. So, but it was hard, you know, because you'd look around and all your mates' mums was, like, in fashion with the kids.
Yeah, that's what I'm
like
saying.
That, do you know what I mean? So, my mum was like a Matalan woman because she was older. She wore shoes called
basket.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? But I'm here now, do you know what I mean? I'm 29, I've got a basket for my shopping.
But don't forget though, Bob, when our mates are getting picked up from schools, then their mums are 25, 24, 23.
I know, and 30 odd.
Yeah, so you don't get onto it, do you?
No, my mum had me when she was 39, my older sister and her twin, that passed away like in my mum's belly. She had to carry her till Danielle was born.
Yeah.
So she had a stillborn in the belly. I think it was like 3 months. That was all they had. So anyway, so it was just mad because obviously she was 39. So by the time I was going into, she was hitting 50s.
Yeah.
Like 40. Do you know what
when you're a teenager, she's going into her 40s.
So where I'm saying I might be morbid, I've actually pictured my mum's funeral a few times over. And it's not that I've pictured it, like, you know, where you get like a flash in your head?
Yeah, but it's like you're always waiting for it to happen.
That's what it is. So, like, but never about my dad, you know? And I don't know if that was because in my head, I always said, if I want anyone to go first, I want my mum to go first. Because my dad's so much stronger. So if my dad went first, we'd lose both parents.
Yeah.
Instead of just the one. Does that make sense?
Yeah, 100%, yeah.
So...
It's a broken heart, you mean?
Yeah, she would have died of a broken heart, so we would have lost both of them instead of just the one. Where my dad, he's smashing it. He did. He stepped up. He's always stepped up anyway, but when I looked at him as a real man, I've always looked at him as a man, but when he come to me was as a knight in shine, an armour sort of thing, was when my mum passed away. I hugged my dad and I felt the love.
Well, from then though, you've had a boss bond with him. It's only like
because I don't.
What happened when we were living there and we were homeless?
Yeah.
That from that, because I was saying you stay there with your dad. I'll go and sort this out, and it was when we were homeless. I think when we came here, it was you. The old relationship was gone. We wasn't even partners. We wasn't even not seeing each other, but we wasn't doing nothing with each other. We were just Klingons. You were clinging on to me, and I'm going, please leave. Just go home. Just go back.
Yeah.
The old relationship went to tatters.
It did.
It just
there was no relationship there
because of everything. We had no work. We had no jobs. We were homeless. We were up here.
Yeah.
The council wouldn't help us in Liverpool. We couldn't get the council to help us here anyway.
Yeah.
But it was just from what came of it. It was meant to be like that.
Yeah,
I think.
Honest to God, where we live now, I remember walking down the street one day. But 2 days before, on the prom, we was walking on the prom because we had to get out because we was in one room, didn't we? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And before we started knocking fucking 10 shit out of each other, we had to get out and go for a walk. So it was nice, and I was going, Grant, I can see us. I can see. I went, not even us, me. I said, I feel at home.
Yeah.
I did.
Do you see
I felt
the difference
home.
with you is you would argue anywhere. You will shout, roar, and
know.
I'm like, Rosie, welcome back in. So we get in. Let's wait until we get in. We were in a hotel room, right? And you just, I think we were just, and the next minute you just stood up. I see that. I went, oh my God. Don't keep the noise down, please. This is the guest in here. Do you know what I mean? I went, Rosie, be quiet. Come on, let's go for a walk. We're out along the promenade in Blackpool, roaring from one side of each other. We've got the tram line in between us, and we're like that, like, you know, like the trams are going to stop us from getting each other and all that. So it was then I wanted you. I remember saying to you, "There's money. Go and get a train home."
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
And I packed my bags and everything.
You packed your bags. I was crying. You went, I will. You're thinking, yeah, I'm dead strong and all that. You packed the bags, got to the door, and you turned to the house, started crying.
Yeah. Because no matter what we've been through, like we've been through 3 deaths, we've been through other things and what relationships go through. And the main thing that I think we've got now is the lies aren't there.
Yeah.
And we tell each other things and stuff, and
that's what that sit down was over, wasn't it?
Yeah. Like after that sit down and was like, we need to do this. It's
emotional, really, but
I know.
It's mad how far we've come. You said this to me two nights ago. Are you happy? And you don't know what happy is in me. You've
got 20 different personalities.
I know, Bob, but it's not that. It's when you say, are you happy? I turn around and say, I'm the happiest I've ever been.
Yeah.
Right? Content-wise, like.
Yeah.
But because growing up, everything that was exciting or given good was always taken away.
Yeah.
So I'm always waiting for that. So, do you know, if someone said, I've got tickets for the match there.
Yeah.
And you're going, yes, we're going to the match. And I'm going, I'll be like that. Oh, what if we get there and he hasn't given us them?
Yeah,
what if we get there and they're being robbed off? And what if I'm thinking that, like, and then when we get there and we get the tickets in our hand, until we're sitting down watching a match, even then I'll be going, the stewards are going to throw us out here. The stewards are going to throw.
I understand that.
That's because growing up as a kid, it was, what do you want, lads? Oh, can I get a Game Boy? You know what I mean? Yeah, you're getting a Game Boy right up until Christmas Eve. Couldn't get you a Game Boy, lads. Here's a bar of chocolate.
Right, I understand that, right?
Bunch of arrows. Do you know what I mean?
I understand that. So where you grew up like that, I've grew up the opposite way.
Yeah.
Right,
that's what I mean.
I've grew up wanting love.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm always questioning, are you happy? What is there anything we can do differently?
Yeah.
Like, that's why I'm always questioning, because I've always looked for the love, but now that I know I've got it, I'm happy, I'm content, but I want to know if you feel the same.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Well, ask me that question, though, instead of saying, are you happy? Because when you say to me, are you happy? I am thinking, look, we've never been on top of I've never been on top of a bill in my life.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And we are on top of our bills 99% of the time now.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
Whereas, because we knew that, I still get you ask me if I'm happy in here. I love it here.
Yeah.
But I'm scared in case they go, I've sold it.
Right, yeah, all right.
Because of what's happened through
but
my
it's
life.
Not just here. I'm happy. I'm asking if you're happy within yourself.
Yeah, within a relationship.
But within yourself, within the relationship. So I can't pinpoint what I'm asking, are you happy about? Because sometimes...
Are you happy?
Yeah, I am.
About everything?
About everything, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm more... There's a few little niggles that...
But I can see that. But in a relationship, this is the best, worst relationship I've ever been in.
I know, it's the most toxic one. It's not even toxic,
it's
like we're not out to be
we are not like that.
Know.
We're not like that.
No.
At the same time, do you want me to be happy and I want you to be happy, and we're trying to please each other without looking after each other?
Ourselves,
you know, like ourselves. So I would sacrifice something to make sure you're happy. But you go, no, I don't want that because I want to meet you. And I think that's where we clash.
Thing, yeah.
And that, I think that's if that the worst point about the relationship, even though it's a good point, is that, see, when I met you, I wasn't bothered about clothes or nothing, was I?
No, but neither was I.
No, I know. I mean, like, designer stuff and that. But at your age, Bob, I met you when you were 21.
I know.
Lads your age going around in the new clobber and stuff, and I'm not like that.
Yeah.
So I remember me sitting there just shaking my head. I think I was drunk. And I said, Rosie, look, you need to go and live your life. And I
remember this
conversation. Do you remember?
Yeah,
I went, you need to go and live your life, Bob, and leave me. Not leave me, but I didn't like, me. And I meant like, leave this. Go out, party, enjoy yourself, go and live your life, play the field, do what you're doing. And then maybe in the future we might come across again. But I knew what I wanted. I just wanted stability in my life. And at that time, I was so unstable myself. I had nothing to offer on the table. You were 21, you were young, you had your own house, you had this, you had that. I'd only just got my own place.
But it was certain reasons why I am my own house, Grant. Like, it wasn't just, I was stable. I was working in a pub, cash in hands.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Fucking changing the bottom of my bag off, tips off our men and boozers and that, do you know what I mean? But I was living like that. I lived around the corner from my mum. I went round to my mum's with basically a fucking Asda basket and went shopping there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I was fucking buying like chippies every night and stuff and for me and my mates, do you know what I mean? Buying, like, do you know what I mean? And then going out on nights out, I was still living my life. But at the same sense, when you come along, it was the best thing I ever had. Do you know what I mean? Because
by the time I was 21, I'd lived my... I remember saying to myself, it's mad this, you know, because I think I've told you this before, at about the age of 20, 21, I didn't want to be 18. I was afraid of being 18. And when I hit 18, couldn't you? No. I hated 18, and I hated 21 even more. And then but what had happened with me is, I'd lived my life, but I'd lived that with a broken heart.
Yeah.
But I remember going to 21 and went, if I die now, you know, I'd say I've had a good life, mate. That was my mentality, because I'd partied, because I'd had friends, because I'd had the love and mum and dad and stuff like that, and I went, I'll be all right, mate.
See, we're different that way, because at the age of 21, right, I was sort of ready to settle down.
Yeah.
I wanted that life, but I'll be honest with you, I got told at the age of 14 I couldn't have kids. 99.9% chance I couldn't have kids, right? So when you come along and you had your boys and stuff like that, you was bringing to me a family that I never thought I could have.
Yeah, because you blossomed into a woman from then, I think.
Yeah. There was still like downfalls, and I was still a child. Still am now. Do you know what I mean? But at that point, I always had people in my house, Grant. I was all having parties, 3-day benders, popping fucking... Do you know what I mean? DJs in the house. Do you know what I mean?
But
don't get me wrong, I had a scream.
Yeah.
I had a ball, Grant. I lived my life. I was out on the street, 3-litre fucking boiler tank of Frosty Jacks with a little carton of blackcurrant juice. I had the shit for weeks. But did I have a ball on the Friday? Did I do it again the second Friday? Yeah, I did. Because I had a ball. Do you know what I mean? We used to drink in the subby by St. Michael's. It stunk. The busies used to fucking run from both ends. Me. They go, oh, look at him, the cockeye. I used to just get away with everything. I used to get thinking how big I am. I used to get everyone like weeds off them and put it down my bra and that. I go, where's the busies? I'd just get everything off everyone because everyone knew. I was the one that would get away with it. They must have felt sorry for me. Fucking waddling away like that. What do you mean? Waddling away with me big 3-litre under my coat and that. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know why, but everyone was lined up once under the subby, right?
Yeah.
Not like that. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, I was just your mate.
Not like that. Fucking train and all that.
Next. Go on.
But nobody was like, all like the girls and lads all together, they was all lined up. at the thing, and the busy would be like, whoa, 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 talking to, and I just went, I just walked past the busies just looked at me and say, who the fuck's this?
Yeah.
Is she even with them? Because I was...
You about that big and fat?
Yeah. No, but even now, I was like, because I went from being mates with my mates from next door and stuff like that, and then eventually I had a fight with someone called Sammy Joe, right? And from then, like, I knew Sammy Joe, she could have walked over the road from me, right? I was best mates with her, proper close. Next minute we had to fight, and next minute her mate, which is like my mate in nursery, by the way, but we all went to different schools. But my mates from nursery, growing up in schools with them, Sammy Joe went to another school, she hung around with all them. Next minute they're asking me to go out with them. And I was like, the artist, this is set up.
Yeah, obviously,
This is set up or what? Next minute someone was like, Sammy Joe touches you. I went, no. She doesn't bother me. Do you know what I mean? So next minute I started hanging around with them, and then your life goes on from there. But I had to scream, and I don't think I would change it to this day, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, there's some fucking things that I regret doing, but it's not to regret, it's learning from your mistakes, sort of thing. I regret more as an adult life than I do as a child life.
I think I'd be miserable if I didn't have friends at the age of 13.
Yeah.
Because I'd have just stayed in my room.
Yeah, see, I had...
Not online or nothing, I'd have just stayed in.
Yeah.
Just, do you know what I mean?
I had like... I was that kid. I'd talk to the mings, like what you call mings in school, or geeks,
yeah,
you know
I was
what
the
I mean?
same.
Talk to the popular people. I wasn't asked not to
I was
talk
never
to
bullied,
anyone.
never bullied.
I was bullied. I was bullied, but they done it for me because I'm
Did that kid do something to you?
Yeah. Right, your brother, I think it was like science floor or above, right? Spat Chewy, and it went boom. And landed on my head. I only had kickers on, ran after him, fucking booted his shins everywhere.
He said to me, lad, you with Rosie? I said, yeah, lad. He went, oh, lad, I remember she booted me everywhere. I went, lad, I'll get us to do it again. Put the tea on.
Kicked his shins to fuck with me kickers on.
No, do you know, like, when being a kid, I remember, like, I don't know, it's hard to say, I'll tell you it though, because...
Yeah, tell me.
You see, at the ages of 12, 13, that's when I started going out with, I had a mate, Paul, Paul Lung, his name was, we used to call him Podge.
Yeah.
So I used to go with him, but he was Chinese, so no, he never really had anyone. But when walking home, obviously I went to my nan's.
Yeah.
He went to his mum's, and we lived around the corner. He lived on the Beatles estate.
Okay.
And we lived on Farney.
Yeah,
well, my nan lived on Farney. So I used to walk home with him, and as you're walking home with him, you're getting to know more and more. And
yeah.
Like, I'm surprised he spoke English at first.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
No one ever bothered him, though. He never got to get... He obviously got the Chinese things. And
yeah.
That, I mean. No one ever bothered him. He always put his head down, and he just fucking carry on with his work. Yeah. So next minute, started sitting next to him and get more mates, and you end up getting a good little click by the time you're 14.
Yeah.
You've got a gang of yous, isn't he? There's like loads of yous, boys and girls.
Yeah. But see, I bounced from different people.
Yeah, no, this is what I mean. So from school, this is out of school. Yeah. This is where we started going to parks and you're hanging around the park. We went down the docks a lot. We normally go down the docks, Kenny. We used to hang around Kenny and that. But it was like, although you're a boy and you're looking at girls at that age,
yeah,
it was like, it's also, you're looking at them like a friend.
But why are you like that in your pants?
Yeah, obviously. No, but trying to get with them, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But at the same time, I remember getting in a relationship with a girl called Rachel.
Yeah.
And I remember from the ages of 13, 14, I think that was around 14, 15, 16. I think we broke up around about 15, 16 or something. Or I might know it was after that because we went to college. So it must have been like 17 or something, 16 between them. I can't remember. And I was dead cocky. You know, like... But what had happened is when we went to college, while I was in college, I was with the cool kids.
Yeah.
Right? And then we were skitting a teacher. I left the college because I knew we were going to get expelled anyway.
Yeah.
She carried on doing whatever she was doing. I think she was doing hairdressing or something. She started getting new friends now, so I've got nothing to do with it, eh?
Yeah,
because now I'm not in college, and I'm no point. I don't meet her up on,
yeah,
or nothing no more. So I was going out with my mates.
Yeah.
She's going out with new mates and old mates. You know what I mean? And then that's when the branches started going away.
Yeah.
And even like when we were staying over in each other's, it just wasn't the same. It didn't feel the same. But at the same time, I didn't know how much I loved it.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean. Because when I lost it, the first couple of weeks, I was sound. Yes, lads.
Yeah.
Where are we going? Let's get to town. And that,
Don't tell me you was being reindeer a few months later, like that phone and
No, you know what? I never did that. But I cried. I remember crying on my nan's bed. Over it. And I think she went out and got pissed one night and phoned me.
Yeah.
And I went to her mum, can I come and get her? Because she's drunk and all that. And she went, no, lad, you stay there. And then when she said that, I went, that was the last time. Because my mum always said, you're going to get back with it. You're going to get back with it. And that was the last time
was that, the last
that
chance?
I knew. That was the last chance. It was over. It was gone. And then, but that love, I tried to find in other girls, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So from the age of 17 onwards, I didn't treat girls the way I should have.
Yeah.
So, but I'm trying to find that love too at the same time.
Yeah.
So girls who were really fancied, I tried to find that love in them, and then it never.
But how can you find the love in them if you're treating them like a piece of meat?
I didn't love myself.
Okay.
Did I? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And at that same time, because you can't love yourself, you can't love anyone else.
I understand, yeah.
You judge people because you're judging yourself, but you're judging them more because you're trying to not same thing you own. And then what it was is when I met this other girl. She was crazy, crank, boom, forget about it. When I went to Kids Ma, from there, I didn't want to be in a relationship, but I thought I loved her. And then I was still searching for it.
Yeah.
Trying to find nice things in it to say I like that. You know, like, so when you get to know someone in work and you go, what do you do? Who do you support? What do you do on your days?
You're trying to pick at everything.
So you can talk about it.
Yeah.
Because if there's nothing there, then you go, fucking weirdo him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But he wants the fuzzy or not.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Where if he's sitting there saying, I like cricket, I'll go to, yeah, I've never watched that, lad. And I'll try and learn about it. To build a bridge to sort of like come to a common relationship and work, you know what I mean? So, but when I was with the kids' mum in the beginning, I remember saying we'll go out tomorrow for something to eat, and because I was going to break up with her that night.
Yeah.
And then no, wasn't. Yeah, so this is so. If it's a night time, I said we'll go out tomorrow for something to eat, and I wanted to end it on good terms. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That same night, she was spewing in the bog, just vomiting. And I went, well, this is bad, this, innit?
Yeah.
Like, you start caring.
She's just sick.
No, but you start caring, so, you know. So we ended up going to the Royal, and the Royal said, straight away, you must have known, went, do a pregnancy test.
Yeah.
Done a pregnancy test. Boom. You need to go to the women's. That was it. Got them fucking blue lights to the women's. I heard, what the fuck's going on here? But I'm going, it must be inside or something, a womb or something, you know what I mean? Pregnant. I went, oh, fuck. She just looked at me and I looked at her and I went, oh, going on someone I know for real, are we? No, but from them, I wanted to sort of provide that they'd want to be a dad and a good boyfriend. And as much as you try, I failed. But even though I'd say the old thing was like, if you become someone who you're not to try and please someone else, you lose yourself so
100%.
fast.
100%.
And I was trying to become that, but I was crying inside saying, I don't love her, I can't love her.
Yeah.
I don't love her. The only time I found that a tint of love, what I've been looking for, was when our Alfie was born. That was the best love I ever felt.
Yeah.
When I held him in my arms, I remember it. I never cried or nothing. I was happy.
Yeah.
More happy. I went, oh, happy crying. I just went, and I just looked up to the ceiling. I remember going like, thanks God.
Yeah.
Because I've been going, where can I? It's like just
Where
opening
can I
doors
Yeah,
for years and years. Going,
Yeah.
is that love in there? You're trying to find, and you just go to the next door,
yeah,
door. And then when he was born, that's what made me so vulnerable
yeah,
inside, because my heart just went boom. And
Yeah.
everything I did from then on was trying to please her, and you could never please someone who can't, who
Yeah.
doesn't know what they want from you.
yeah,
They just want things from you.
yeah,
But when I comes to our Alfie and then James came along, when our Alfie was born, I done everything I possibly could to be a good dad. But also I wanted to go out and have a bevy with the lads.
Because you're still young, you're still
I know,
21, you're still young. And,
still Peter Pan, aren't I?
yeah,
So
you're still like that, you still want to be young.
But it was forbidden from
Yeah.
that day on. No more drinking, no more this and no more. And I just went, whoa.
Yeah.
Who the fuck's this? That's why I always say, why do women change? Because she's the first person I ever seen go boom, from being happy, nice, great, to boom, fucking serious. And she wasn't even 3 months pregnant.
Yeah, it's weird. It is weird. I don't understand it myself, but I'm not going to compliment on it because one day it might happen to me.
No.
I'm really messing. No, but...
And I'll be gone.
no,
but like,
girls are cranks.
yeah, I know. Fucking tell me about it.
No, but fellas are as well.
I know we are.
Do you know
But
what I
I'm
mean?
saying it from the man's point of view.
But the men always want to eat the cake. Have the cake and eat it.
Yeah. Do you know what I wanted to be? Honest to God, go to work, go for a bevy, come home, scran, bum, bum, bum. That's what I wanted to do. But I was allowed to go to work, but come straight home. Money.
I understand that.
And I know, but listen, I need to get it off my chest, you know what I mean? Because
yeah.
it's not the kids doing. The kids are boss kids.
I know they are.
She is a great mum, but in the relationship wise, I don't think she could cope with someone else around her. She's a great mum. She can look after the kids.
But granted, it's been years and she still had a...
I know.
Do you know what I mean?
But anyway, so for that love with the kids, with our Alfie, I turned around and I was just happy to have it. But at the same time, it did all my whole
aura,
it was collapsing around me. All my world was going round, even though he was my last finger on the world, you know, like on the edge of trying to be sane.
Yeah.
And then when that got took away from me, like, that was it. I just went crazy. That's where I started showing more mental health than any time in the world, because I couldn't see that. And at the same time, you constantly are just arguing on messages until I went, do you know what? We're getting nowhere here.
Yeah.
But she never stopped me from seeing the kids. She tried to. She never did. So I'd have the kids on the weekend. We'd party through the week. And then when you're going on a bender on a Thursday, you're not coming home till Sunday morning. You're phoning and saying, I can't have the baby this weekend because you're still in a party.
Yeah.
So I just ripped myself apart. I tore every bit of love inside me, except for him and James.
Yeah.
I just tore every bit inside me. And from that day on, I haven't done nothing but struggle because I just turned to alcohol.
I understand that, right? Obviously, we still have a drink now.
Yeah, but that was every day.
Yeah,
I needed the tenner when I woke up every day.
I know. From
the ages of 23, 24, just to know I'm having a drink.
Yeah.
I needed that money every day. And it's wrong at that age, you know what I mean? But I didn't know I was alcoholic. I didn't know it was alcoholic awareness.
Yeah.
Stuff like that, or any fucking Drugs Anonymous and all that shit.
Yeah,
I never got told nothing about that, although my mum was saying it. My mum was going through what she went through, you know what I mean? And my dad was going to me, you need to pack it in, lad.
Yeah.
You're stars here. Because it's boom, boom, boom. But I started drinking in work.
Can I ask you one thing? Right? What is your biggest regret about going to drink? Because obviously your dad as well, if you want to say that story, like when he passed away and that, do you know what I mean? Like, is that your biggest regret of all?
No, the biggest regret of my life is not putting my kids in my dad's name.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But when they're older, they can obviously, like, think
Yeah,
about that, do you know what I mean? There's always an option.
Yeah. But yeah, so change subject.
No, but it's alright to feel like that, do you know
I
what I
know,
mean?
it's just seeing him with the kids the way he was with them, you know.
I know, but it's deeper than that. I don't know if you want to go into, but it's deeper than your relationship with your dad. That's a lot. It goes a lot deeper into family. Do you know what I mean? Especially with your mum and your dad's side. Do you know what I mean? It goes deeper than that.
Christmases and stuff, we never got fuck all that, you know.
No.
They tried, but even when they tried and they got the money, it was going to the youngest one.
Yeah.
We never even had a Christmas dinner, and he's walking around with a £400 iPhone. Brand new. I just couldn't get that. That's what I couldn't work out in my head. Why are you doing that? Alright, don't get us nothing, but get us a dinner. Get a dinner in.
See, I
get him a cheap, but because he wanted that, he got that.
He got that.
So I understand now, because sometimes we've gone without, so the kids can have a fortnight pass.
Obviously, yeah, but that's the way it is.
Yeah, or we've I remember saying to you, there's enough lecky there to get us over 2 days. I'll give Alfie this 20 quid, and in 2 days we'll lend the £20 off me. Do you know what I mean? And stuff like that. There's stuff where you're trying to give, and I understand.
But even me, I've put us
there
in that situation as well, where the kids have asked something, I go, no, Grant, you need to give to me. Do you know what I mean? Like, the kids phone me and take, can I have? Because they know I work my way around you. Or don't even work my way around you, I just say give them.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because that's what they like. But you can't help that. You do always want the best for the kid, for your kids.
I think everyone's like that, Bob. They really do. And I think people who have not had much try and give the kids more.
Yeah.
I get that, and leave themselves skin and that.
Yeah, I've seen lately on TikTok, I'm sorry, I'm going off the subject a little bit here, but I've seen lately on TikTok everyone going on about this Peter Louise advent calendar. Why would you put yourself in debt for that? They're putting themselves in debt for the kids.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Some kids people, like it.
Yeah. Some people don't understand that. So if there's a payment plan a few months before Christmas, you're going to do it.
Yeah.
Because you'd rather get yourself in debt.
I always asked my mum, go to the credit union, mum.
Yeah.
Because I remember my nan being in it, everyone's ma being in it.
Yeah.
And every Christmas they had £2 grand to spend.
Yeah.
And I was going to mum, why don't you do that? Oh, well, lad. She wouldn't do it. But she's got her own mental health issues. She had bad, didn't she know?
She did.
Bad issues. Your mum, I remember when we were living in there, and I'd hear your mum 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, coughing in the back, having a birthday.
But I thought that was normal, Grant.
Yeah, I know.
Because she's always smoked. And
but you see where you'd have said to me, Grant, your mum's got bad mental health problems. I go, no, she's just the way she is.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because I was used to that.
Yeah.
Where I'd go, nah, that should be mad. She's crank. Forget about it.
Yeah,
You'd sit downstairs, watch the telly. My ma come downstairs. Who the fuck's in my house? And you go, what the fuck? Telly gets switched off.
5 to 12 at night. Come on, let's go to the 12 o'clock shop.
Do you know what I mean?
I go, where's your ma? You go, what? I go, where's your ma coming now?
What's the best memory you've got of your mum?
Honestly, I can't tell you about my mum. Because there's that many. Her little things, she used to go, yeah, man, and stuff like that. That's the best thing to ever, because she used to live a life through, wanting to be younger. Where you asked me that question before, she always wanted to be in with me and, my little cousin, right? She was like my little sister.
She was the proper nosy neighbour, weren't she?
Yeah, and she was always on the step, my ma, so, me and my little cousin and all that would be around her and smoking. We wasn't allowed to smoke.
Yeah.
Because my dad would come down, when my dad would come down the street, because it would be the same time every night, unless he was on the taxis, then you'd be fucked because you didn't know.
Yeah.
And you'd just see the black car coming up. And one night, right, me and Kelly, one of my old mates, right, we were sitting on the step, smoking, and my dad just turns up. Kelly went, fuck off. The ciggy landed in my mum's hood. On an house. My mum was going. She couldn't move. She was going, Kelly, I'm going to fuck you. Kelly, I'm going to fuck you. My mum went, and my dad went in, right? Just said, I went in. And my mum fell off the chair, off the back of the wall, laughing her head off because it was in a hood. She go, get it off. But it's just things like that. But I can tell you one thing about my dad. The best ever memory of my dad was my 9th birthday, and I cried that he wasn't there for it. He actually took me out to school one day and took me to Southport.
You always say this.
Honest to
Yeah,
God.
I've heard this story loads because it must be the best memory
It
you've had.
is. He took me to Southport, just me and him. He got on the Caterpillar ride with me. He let me get my face painted as a Dalmatian. I had this like orange and red coat on.
Yeah.
I looked like a fucking scruff. But was I asked?
No, because you're having the time of your
Because
life.
I was having the time of
And
my
a
life.
bit of time with them.
Because that is the best ever memory I'll always have with my dad. The best. Do you know what I mean? Like, moving on to my dad's mum, my nan. She lived in our street. Loved her. She was the best woman ever. Grant, honestly. She did no wrong. She'd walk past of a night time because she'd always go to bingo with someone out of your street in Gilroy. Her name was Jean.
I remember Jean.
Can you remember her?
She was half caste, wasn't she?
Yeah, well, that was my nan's best mate, and they always went to bingo together. So as she's walking up the street, like, she'd always call in and that, and then my nan got sick and she couldn't move out to the house, Grant.
She was lovely, Jean.
Yeah.
She's dead skinny, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was
Black hair.
boss. She was boss. But anyway, so yeah, I'd go to my nan's as a kid and that because I was always close with my cousin, and like obviously his nan was my dad's sister but lived with my nan who was my dad's mum. Do you know, does that make sense?
Yeah.
So my auntie lived with my nan basically. Well, my nan lived with my auntie. And so we was always in the house as a kid, and growing up, you get older, and I was never a cheeky kid, Grant. I never asked for nothing in my nan's because I was brought up. Don't ask for things in other people's houses unless they ask and you politely like accept and stuff. But so I never used to ask for the toilet or nothing in my nan's, Grant.
Why did you feel that though, Rose? Because do you know when I
thought it was cheeky because
but you weren't like that in my nan's.
Because when you get older, Grant, you understand what cheeky is and what you can do in people's houses. Do you know what I mean?
Did your mum and dad always ever say to you, "Don't do that, shut up, pack it in"? When you and your mums, is that why?
Yeah, but
do you see, me Nana Margaret, I used to be cheeky.
Yeah,
I'd always used to think, but this is where, like, I always say to you, I felt different. Is because with me Nana Margaret, I used to get left in the car with my dad. So they drive up, my dad would go, stay there, only be 10 minutes. He'd go in, have a full conversation, 2 cups of teas, thing going, and I put the music
But how
on.
did that make you feel though?
But I think he was doing it because he didn't want me to see that he might be lending money off it.
Yeah. And you was always a cheeky kid.
Yeah.
So we went into
but I know, but then that made that relationship with me Nana Margaret
like further away.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? But it was only until I was homeless, my mum passed away, and I was in that hostel and Finalists.
Yeah.
And Finalists hostel on London Road, and I phoned me Nana Margaret up. I don't know why I did it. Probably to lend money or something.
Yeah.
And I said to her, she went, "Where are you? Let's sit in the hostel, Nana. That's where I live now." She went, "What?" She couldn't get over it.
Yeah.
She went, "All the family you've got and you're living in the hostel." She went, "You can have that room upstairs, lad, if you want."
But she always slept on the couch.
Yeah. So I was shocked.
Yeah.
I went, "What? Fucking get in." But
Yeah.
at the same time, again, you're waiting for it to get pulled away.
Yeah.
I was scared in case she phoned up and went, "You know what, lads, I can't give you that room."
Yeah.
My dad's brother could have fell out with his bed, or like my cousins were staying. I don't know. I just always felt like it was going to get pulled away because anything that was going good. I always feel like if I don't destroy it, it's going to destroy it itself.
Yeah.
So that's what I always think with jobs, everything right through my life. I think if I have 1 inch of feeling that I'm getting laid off on a labouring or on a building site, I just won't go in.
Yeah.
Because even though I'm not, I overthink things. So they're going, "Oh, he's going to fucking lay me off Friday. He's getting rid of lads there. He's getting rid of..."
Right, you know where your mum used to go, negativity. You have got that aura when something good is about to happen.
Yeah.
And obviously, we know the reason why, because you've just said. But with me, I go, he needs to fucking shut up because it's not going to happen.
I know.
Do you know
But
what I
there's
mean?
times it has happened, Rose.
Wow.
There's times it has happened.
Never
We
know.
went for loads of viewings before this, and you went, I've got a good feeling. How many times do you have a good feeling about a house, Bob? Do you know what I mean? And you go, aren't you excited?
Because that's the way I've had to put myself. Because if I feel like something's going to fall through and I get that feeling, then I go, no. Do you know what I mean? I'm not doing it. If I get a sickly feeling, me, Grant, and I go, something's going to happen.
I remember we went for that view. We went for a viewing up in I think it was Long Lane. Me, you, and your dad.
Oh, yeah.
You remember that? And he was checking fucking all the pipes, all the boilers and all that. And I was thinking, we haven't got nowhere to fucking live here now. If we get it, we're going to have to fucking take it.
But it's good that he's like that because there was rat droppings in the cupboard.
There was rat droppings,
do you know
mouse droppings everywhere. So, it is good.
Yeah.
And as soon as you mentioned mouse, I went, no. I was going, this is fucking great here. This is I could have the kids in that room, we'd be in that room.
Yeah.
Living room there and all that. And he went, there's rat droppings. And I went, see you later, I'm out. Boom. And the woman went, do you want an application form? I said, no, I said, no point, love. And just walked out.
Yeah.
She went, but we might have others that you. I went, no, it's all right, love.
Yeah, I remember.
Do you remember?
Yeah. Oh, but as I was saying anyway, sorry, like, to go back, but my nan, right, at the age of 13, I grew apart from going there then, right, because obviously you're getting new mates and going out. Every time I was going to my nan's, Grant, she was offering me money. I'd take it, fucking take it, because she'd shout at you. If you've seen my dad shout, she was 10 times worse. Yeah. But she was nice about it, but she was a bitch. She goes, fucking take it. You're not... She couldn't move. She couldn't run after you. But you'd be scared to leave that house unless taking it. So I'd go, Mum.
It's the old school low rolls, isn't it?
But then I felt, because I was never the cheeky kid asking for toilets and that, I didn't want to take this money off me nan. Yeah. Because then it made me stop going. Because I didn't want her to feel like I was only going because she'd give me money. Does that make sense?
I remember me nan. Someone brought, I think it was a distant family member, brought a kid to hers. Yeah. And now I must have been about 19, 20. And the kid must have been about 7, 8. Yeah. I mean, I'm gives me purse. So I'm bringing a purse, holding an purse. Yeah. Never ever looked in it now like that. Because I wouldn't do it. Yeah. And she got on, she took it. And my nan's giving me a $5 here. My nan's getting, she goes, yeah, girl. And gives it to the little girl. And I'm standing there going, you little fuck, where's my fucking father? Because I was jealous. What are you doing saying a father? I mean, I just don't even know him. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And then at that time, I turned around and lad, you're 19. What are you going on about, lads?
Never know, but it gets you like that. So even it came to like the point where it come to Christmas's, Grant. Yeah. And my dad would go and show your nan your clothes and that, Rosie, go and get your presents. And I'd go, no, Dad, you or me mum come with me, because I didn't want to go up there on my own. Otherwise, if I did, Grant, I'd just walk in and I'd be like, hey, Nan.
But you've always said to me that you regret that.
I do regret it. I regret it 100%, because if I had the chance to have a bond with my nan, I would, because she, you know, when she passed away, Grant, right, she was in the hospital bed in the living room in her house, and I was looking at her, you know, and I was holding her hand. And I can just remember, like, my dad and my two aunties sitting in the living room and that, and my cousin, and whatever they were saying was nothing. Couldn't be arsed with them, do you know what I mean? And I was just holding her hand, and I was just looking at it, and she had this picture of my uncle, because my uncle passed away, I think it was a couple of months before, in December, like, he had dementia, but it was my dad's brother, and he passed away. And she actually passed away with that picture in her hand. Do you know what I mean? And I was just looking at it and I was like, I'm so sorry, do you know what I mean? Because it could have been a better granddaughter. Because the woman that she was, do you know what I mean? Because,
it's a regret, innit?
Yeah, because I still remember the chicken soups. Every time she made the chicken soup.
Bob, you don't you and food.
I never know, but listen, this chicken soup was unbelievable, Grant. Yeah. Chicken and barley soup. I won't eat it off anyone else, apart from Jimmy, my uncle, because he got the recipe off my nan and smashed it, do you know what I mean? So, anyway, this soup, and I'd go, Nan. And every time she'd make it, she'd phone my dad or my mum and go, tell Rosie I've got some soup there. But she always had these sweets on a window ledge in the kitchen, and I'd sneaked them. Do you know what I mean? But she knew I was taking them, but she knew I was a shy kid, do you know what I mean? And she'd go, the sweets in the kitchen, there's crisp and that there, but they was her sweets. And there was the red and white, so there was circle, there was like a mint, and there was like red and white stripe in a circle. What was they called? Can you remember?
Everett mints.
It wasn't Everett mints.
Red and white stripes in the corner.
Yeah, like in a circle.
And used to be that chewy.
No.
Can't remember. If anyone knows, give us a comment below.
But I used to sneak them because they was gorgeous, do you know what I mean? Or cherry drops. So anyway, I do regret that. I do regret that, like, not having that bond with me nan, because she was boss, She was. But one happy memory from your childhood?
I've got loads, Rose.
No. Give me one with your dad.
With my dad?
Yeah.
2005 Champions League final. The first time he ever kissed me.
Really?
On the lips he kissed me. We both just jumped up.
Yeah.
Yes! And he kissed me. And the parade coming home, he only took me.
Really?
And we went, and it was the top of Upton Avenue, Pinehurst Avenue. And Louis Garcia was waving like that. And only my dad was waving. And Louis Garcia waved back.
Shut up.
And he went, Louis Garcia just let on to me. Like that, right? Yeah. And that made me like, yes, Dad.
Yeah.
Not like, proud of me tonight, Dad.
Yeah.
Like they were mates now, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I was only 15 at the time. But that is the best memory I've ever had with my dad. Me ma, just hundreds of memories. Me nan's the same.
Right. Your mum, her song taste, is that where you got yours from? Because your mum had good taste in music,
But also, if you went to my nan's on a Sunday for a Sunday dinner, they'd listen to old school, like Ray Charles, Sam Cooke, Frank Sinatra's a Beyond. And the best memory I ever had with my nan was when she was cooking, me granddad sitting on the chair, I'm on the chair, and I just got up, because she used to like
shake a bum and that.
Shake a bum. She had a big ass.
Didn't she?
Until she lost the weight.
Yeah.
But she had like a big massive ass.
Yeah.
And she used to shake it like as she's cutting the veg up or whatever she was doing. And I went home, come on, Nan, like that. And used to trail around in the middle of the kitchen and stuff like that. That was the best memory I've had with me nan ever. Well, I used to always do that to her. From then on, I don't know what it was, but it felt uncomfortable approaching. But when I got there, she was like, yeah, come on, Nan. Like, not come on, but she was like, she went along with it.
Yeah.
So I was doing that then, you know what I mean, and burging with me nan, and then that was probably the best memory I've had with her, but there's been hundreds, Bab.
Yeah.
Hundreds of times.
One thing I didn't like, right, is because when I first went to your nan and granddad's right, I think it was your uncle's wife, like, she'd been in the family for ages, and her husband was asking for a cup of tea. And I went, he asked that many times.
Yeah.
I stood up, the very first time I'd ever been. I went, does anyone want a cup of tea?
Yeah.
It's the first time, and loads of people was there, do you know what I mean?
That's why I've never drank tea.
But it was the family that I never knew. Because I knew your uncles and your mum and stuff like that from going like in the pubs and that where I worked. But it was the family that I never knew, and I was like, who wants a cup of tea? And even your nan looked at me and said, who the fuck's this chicken bitch? Do you know what I mean?
She'd have loved that.
Never know, but that's why she liked me, wasn't it? But what was I going to say?
The reason I've never drank tea is because there's too many of me nan's house.
Yeah. He was far
So if you say, I like tea, go on, make a cup of it.
Yeah.
Go on, make a cup of it.
Yeah. But I never worried about anyone else. Obviously, done my head in your hands, right? I used to go, oh, fuck off, can't be arsed making them. But I would never, ever, ever sit there and not offer your nan and granddad's cup of coffee. Never.
What do you think they say about us now?
I think they'd be proud of us.
Yeah.
I think they'd laugh their heads off at the videos that we do.
Do you like doing what you're doing now?
I do, I love it. I honest to God, I feel like this is the best job I've ever had.
Yeah.
Is being a content creator and stuff like that on our other socials and that, and now coming to this and doing this because I feel like we can be ourselves and
You can loosen. I think because of what's happened in life, though, Rosie, we can loosen up a lot more. So we're a bit more honest with them.
Yeah.
We're a bit more honest with our friends, our family.
But ourselves as well.
I know, but it was when we came here and I'd done what I did on Facebook about my family. You done that with your dad.
Yeah.
Weeks later.
Yeah.
But when I got off my chest, I went, thank God I have said that.
Me too.
Do you know what I mean?
Me too.
Do you feel like when you had that conversation with your dad, that was like...
Yeah. Yeah.
I think we should have been able to get help a lot more of our family than because the two families are massive.
We have big families, but to be honest, Grant, I'm not asked.
I know.
I am.
But we've landed on our 2 feet now, haven't we?
Yeah, like my auntie Angela, she's been amazing from the start since we got here.
Yeah.
So like had big ear up anyway because she's always been in my life. Do you know what I mean? Like she was like my mum's daughter or sister. She was best mates. Do you know what I mean? But rather than family goes, I made up with done it on our own because no one else can say you're there because of me.
Yeah.
We're here because of us.
That's sick, that, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And obviously, like, the relationship I've got with my dad now, amazing.
I think the relationship you got with your dad is so strong that it's going to be harder to break now.
Yeah.
By the 2 of yous.
Yeah.
Where you always thought, well, he's not asked because he won't phone me.
Yeah.
When he argues, but now he does.
Yeah.
Now he'll say, I'm sorry.
Or he'll mess.
He won't say sorry, he'll say, yo, how are you getting on?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
You're still alright up there. That means I'm sorry, you're alright.
One thing I found about my dad and your mum, they was both the same. They'd never say sorry. But they'd like ask you if you're alright and stuff like that. But one thing I found about my dad now, Grant, he will actually say sorry. Because he'd go, alright, sorry, that was my fault.
Yeah.
But he won't phone me and go, sorry, I'll have to make the first move. Or he'll phone me and then say, sorry about that. Like, I was busy or stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? So it's just like that. But the relationship with my sister, Grant, it's mad. Because she was the oldest and I was 7 years apart. She wanted to name me after my nan's dog because she was jealous. Growing up, I
find that funny, you know.
No, obviously it's funny now, but growing up, right, there was not a picture in the house of me, you know. So there was pictures of like my mum, my dad, my sister, and then a hole. Right, no, but listen, it was like my uncle Brian in the back, like there. So I go, why is my Uncle Brian there? But you picked the picture up and it was a picture of my head cut out.
And he did look like the next picture.
Yeah, so the next picture was like someone else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you know, we're like in Blackpool and you've got them things.
I think you could sort it out.
No, but that's what I mean. So obviously...
With you and your sister...
It's a love-hate relationship. It always is. It always is. And
like, if anything happens, she'd always be there for you.
I know, she would.
But when it comes to, like, I don't know, appreciating you as a sister, I think you could mend that.
Yeah.
If given time.
Oh, no, but... Right, I'm not going to... Like, growing up, she used to put hot teaspoons on me and that, Grant, and pull my hair out and spit in my mouth and that, you know. But then, you'd overlook that because we used to wrestle. Like, my mum and dad always had a big bed.
Men.
No, but listen, not wrestle like that, but like, my mum had a big bed. Do you know what I mean? So I'd stand one side, or like one of us would walk in and go, sting like a butterfly, float like, what is it? Float like a butterfly,
Mama
sting
Dilly.
like a bee.
Mama Dilly. Mama Dilly.
And I'd go, you can't see me and all that. And then we'd jump on the bed and wrestle around. Yeah. And we used to do that with fucking two big dockers, you know what I mean? And like, she used to get me on top, like, and she used to put me on her feet and like lift me up and get, but like, and then she'd have me up in the air like an aeroplane and she'd go, woo! Yeah. But then drop it and go, oh, aeroplane has crashed. Like, because I'm fucking big, do you know what I mean? For a little girl, I'm still massive.
We do that now.
No, but the relationship's always been boss. But then sort of like thingy, and then like, I'd always take her clothes and that. But that's what sisters do. I'd always take them because she never used to let me wear her stuff. I fucking drawed in one of her books, Grant. But it was like a proper collectible, do you know what I mean? I fucking scribbled over it and fucking ripped pages and all that. Because I was a cunt. But so was she. Do you know what I mean? And like, I used to, when she come home from school and that, I used to hide in her wardrobe and scare her and make cakes. And that, you know, I used to run at her mates. You know, when I was angry and they used to look, I used to and run at them because they used to piss me off, do you know what I mean? But then, you never know, we become like close. Like proper close. We went to Amsterdam together. I used to be in hers all the time, sleepovers here with the best mate Paul. I used to be in Paul's all the time, sleeping there and all that while she was in work on nights. He used to do my hair and dress me up and everything. It was like boss, do you know what I mean? And then next minute, like, she split up with her fella and she moved in with me in that house. She decorated it for me and the next minute we argued. And you know what she done? She ripped the curtains off the wall and all that because she decorated it. It was her stuff out of her house. Do you know what I mean? And like, she can be proper petty, but so can I. Like, I'll block her over simple things and that. But now, it's just like we wasn't speaking. And then my dad got sick before Christmas and I had to go into the hospital and that for an operation and stuff. And I made the move and I was like, listen, I've unblocked you because I need to know if my dad's alright, because obviously I don't live in Liverpool, I'm in Blackpool. So we was talking and we still speak now and stuff like that, and I do want to get the relationship back up, but I'm not ready.
Yeah.
I'm not ready to yet, I don't think. Like, I'd love to see her. I want to, like, she's been wanting to see me, but we're chocker. We're being chocker with content and stuff like that.
Because the kids are gone back and that,
yeah,
isn't it?
do you know what I mean? And I wanted to go and see her, but we're absolutely chocker. So, but there's one thing I will, like, when I talk to her now, I'll have a laugh and all that, do you know what I mean? But I always look at her like, she's going to let me down. Do you know what I mean? But even though that she'd be my biggest supporter through anything, I always feel like she's in a competition with me.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And stuff like that. Like, when my mum passed away.
But when this goes out, she might phone you and speak to you, mightn't she, about it?
No, I know. But
is that what you're wanting?
I don't know. Like
clarity, it's sort
yeah,
of closure.
But like, when my mum passed away, she got me a remember when she done the hot water comedy club for me and booked a hotel and all that? Yeah. Right? She done me a little thing and all that, and I thought, wow, she's done that for me. And then next minute she let me down because someone else had a problem in work. Do you know what I mean? And that never ever got rearranged. And that is one thing that's broken my heart over that. Because that was the first thing to actually get back with my sister.
Yeah.
The one person I needed. Like, throughout the death of my mum, my dad stood up, but it was always me asking him if he's alright, because I didn't want him to think, worry.
Want some tissue, Bob?
No, I'm alright. But then my sister's walking around going, look at my new dog. I've got 2 days. Look at my new dog. Do you know what I mean? But I love it to pieces.
But that's her way of handling it.
No, I know we've got different way of handling it. But then I never thought that they'd phone me and ask me if I'm alright. And to be honest, I still don't get that. Do you know what I mean? No, I know my dad does, but I just want them to phone me and speak to me about my mum. Sort of thing. Because I feel like I'm alone in it. Do you know what I mean?
Do you want to pause?
No, I'm alright. So anyway, just one of them, but I would love to rectify all the relationships, do you know what I mean? But there's some relationships I wouldn't like to rectify.
Yeah, they're broken, they're gone now. I'm the same.
Gone. That's within family, do you know what I mean?
I'm the same.
Two people I do want close by me, because I'll always regret it if anything happens, is my dad and my sister. I'll always regret it. But other than that, as long as our 2 boys are happy and healthy, and me and you are getting on and we're good in life and doing our thing and progressing,
yeah,
then that is... Now I'm alright. Then I am happy. I think I'm happy and content. That is all I need.
How do you feel about your first podcast?
I feel great.
Yeah, Bob.
I do. I feel great. I feel like...
natural.
Yeah, how do you feel?
Good, you know. It was good. I enjoyed it, did you?
Yeah, I did.
you enjoyed the talk?
I did, yeah.
She's been trying to sit me down and talk for years.
I have,
Finally got
me. This is my idea for the podcast.
Not even a podcast. This is just want to get things on our chest. But yeah, so should we end it there?
Yeah.
Can I ask you one more question?
Yeah.
Who would you like to get on? Out of everyone in the world.
Council say Queen.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll go with that.
Yeah. Let's try and make it happen.
Know whose mine is?
Whose?
I think I'd want Callum Bowl on.
Callum Bowl.
I think I'd like to see him on.
Eat anything. No, we'd have to fill
I don't know. Yeah, we'll just get some cockroaches for him. But yeah, so...
Yeah. So, guys,
enjoy that.
come to next week. Next Sunday.
Next Sunday. This is our first one. Next Sunday be a bit probably a bit more about our childhood, friends and stuff, and maybe our relationship a bit more.
But if you've liked it, guys, give us a little comment.
Yeah, and let us know who you'd like to see on the podcast. See if we can get them on. Not yet, obviously. May take a year or two. But thanks for watching, guys.
Thank you so much. See you later.